Peace and greetings. Salut, bonjour, hola. I don't know. So, if you were wondering, what was going on, why it was so cold all the way up to April, or where we are now, this article was written March 29th, but right now it's like April 7th. So tropical storms shock scientists by shattering record for lowest temperatures on Earth. For us here on the surface, tropical storms usually bring a lot of wind, water, and lightning. They can range in intensity from mild to incredibly destructive, with the latter usually on their way to becoming hurricanes. When we're enduring all that watery wrath of such storms, it can be easy to forget what's happening way up above our heads. But scientists are always studying the inner working of the storms to get a better idea of how they form and grow, and hopefully how to better predict their behavior. In one study, researchers examined data gathered during a storm clusters that formed in the West Pacific in late 2018. The storm was monitored by weather satellites that are capable of recording a variety of things, including temperature. This special storm, which was the result of what is called deep convection event, pushed so high into the atmosphere that it managed to actually break a temperature record for our planet. As scientists explain in a new paper published Geophysical Research Letters and NOAA, weather satellites record a temperature of negative 101.2 degrees Celsius. That's roughly 168 degrees Fahrenheit negative, which is also a record for storm cloud temperatures. Convection is a process by which a warm fluid such as air travels upward while cooler fluids fall down beneath it. Large storms are often the result of warm surface air pushing high into the atmosphere, rapidly cooling, condensing, and forming thick clouds. This process produces wind and rain and all of the things we associate with thunderstorms, including the presence of cooler air on the surface, which is common as storm fronts move through an area. In this case, in the case of this particular tropical storm, conditions were so perfect that when the hot air on the surface and cooler air in the atmosphere switch positions, the warm is pushed much higher than usual. This is known as overshoot, and is the result and it results in the cloud top becoming much colder than what it would typically be seen during the thunderstorm. Thankfully, the storm happened over the ocean, and as such, it didn't pose a threat to anyone on the ground. However, the researchers also present evidence that storms like this one are becoming more and more common as climate change continues to worsen. We've seen more and more powerful tropical storms and hurricanes with greater frequency. And this is a trend that is expected to grow as we repeatedly fail to do anything meaningful to protect our planet from our own bad habits and pollutions. Climate change deniers can stick their heads in the sand as much as they want, but when they find themselves in the path of a ridiculous powerful storm that may not have been anywhere near as devastating without human impacts, their rhetoric won't count for much. Okay, so, oh wow, oh no. I want to give you two sides, the logical side and the more theoretically, hypothetically possible side that we're not sure if we want to believe, but we'll just, showcase. We're not gonna believe it. We just want to hear both sides. We're not gonna just limit ourselves to one side. So this is Kristen Weldon. She claims that Biden was paid billions by China for letting them test out their new weather weapons on Texas, which were responsible for the devastating and deadly winter storm in February, right? So I understand that this is February and that article that we just went through is in March. But let's not take away from anything right now. Let me just present both and you can make your own decisions. Turn on the volume.
They had that freeze out, and they did it with weather warfare. That would be, the bunker fuel in the ocean and cooling down the polar vortex, right? With the chemtrail. So they pulled it down and they hit all of Texas. As you know, it had a huge freeze. So yeah, that's what happened. And they usually do it from the Arecibo Observatory when they do their hurricanes and stuff. They pull the hurricane stuff through that Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico. But this time, the Arecibo Observatory was down, so they did it through the Ecuadorian Heart Facility. It was traced there. If you watch my videos, you see the video. It traced all the way back to the Ecuadorian Heart Facility, and that was China testing out their new weapons, weather weapons. And of course, Biden was paid billions of dollars before and got more money for letting them do that to United States.
And that's the second theory. So like, comment, subscribe. This video was my shortest video ever.